Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this podcast. As I always say, always, every single time, the first thing I say, I want you to know thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing and liking and all that good stuff. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. And that also includes you folks who are listening to the audio-only version on Anchor.fm, Spotify, or something like a Google Podcasts. Had to do it. I apologize, but I had to do it. Yesterday I talked about having the constipation a little bit. And one of my subscribers, one of my viewers, who also lives in Cambodia where I live, he gave me a suggestion. I followed that suggestion, and I gotta say, it works great, but it works a little bit too great, because all day long I had the opposite problem. Like I needed to be near a bathroom all the time. I didn't even leave my apartment. I didn't leave the room for the whole day because I never knew what was going to happen in my pants. I didn't know when. I didn't know because it would go from 0 to 100 in like 1 second, and all of a sudden I'm running in there, have to run in the bathroom. So I guess there's a balance there, and it's weird because I thought, at first I understood. I'm like, okay, my body's trying to expel, like 3 days worth of food that I haven't been able to use the facilities. But after a while, I got thinking, that's a disproportionate amount of shit to what I ate. I think if you put them both together side by side and put them on a scale, it's like there's no way I ate that much food in 3 days. There's no way. So I don't know what was going on, but I feel great now. Ready to get out tomorrow and do my thing. So thank you, Mark B, for the suggestion. It's not the worst of my problems, though. I mean, when you get past a certain age, like when you're 15 or 16, you always want to be older, because at 18, you can legally, buy cigarettes. You can vote. Certain things you can do. When you're 21, you can drink alcohol. So when you're about 16, you always want to be 21, 25, have all those freedoms. Then you reach 25 and you're like, man, I wish I was in my 30s, because that's usually when most people find the love of their life. They settle down, they marry, and have a family, and that's a dream for a lot of people for some reason. But then you get 40 and over, and you just want to do it all over again. You wish you were back when you were 16, thinking about those key decisions you made in your life, leading you up to that point and going, oh, God, if I had one more chance, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have married this person. I wouldn't have taken this job. So it's always regret. It seems our whole life, which is why I always say just enjoy whatever time you're in. Don't have any regrets. You make the decisions you make. Nothing you can do about it once they're done, and that's it. But once you get older, like I've said this before, I'm 57. My biggest problem isn't constipation or having the diarrhea, Those are lightweight concerns compared to my other concerns. Because once you reach a certain age, every little thing that would not have bothered you when you were in your 20s is now a big deal. Like coming out of the shower, stepping on something slippery on the floor and almost falling. You're like, whoa, I know I would have died. I would have just been dead if I would have fell. When you're 21, you take the header, you got bruises on your face from where your head hit the floor, and you post it on Reddit and Facebook. That's what you do. But me, I'm thinking I would have been laying in a pool of my own blood. And I could have been here for days until a neighbor passed by and smelled something strange coming under the door, and they would have to break it in. And then I'd be sitting there with my pants around my ankles because I just come out of the bathroom, didn't put on my pants yet. It would be horrible. It would be a bad thing. When you're alone, you start to choke on something a little bit. Trying to eat something. Goes down the wrong tube. And you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to self-Heimlich maneuver myself. What am I going to do if I die? It's all kinds of little things. And I love science. I do. I love technology, but I think doctors, despite their dedication to keeping human beings alive under the most traumatic circumstances, is very noble. I think they go too far. Like if you're 75 or older, what else is there to live for? You're not going to do anything groundbreaking after that age. You're just not. You've lived your life. You've done your deal. And then something happens, and I mean, coming from experience, I'm only 57, but still, I think every day, I'm like, would it be the worst thing if I had slipped on that floor, if I had choked to death? I don't think it would have been too bad. I don't have too much more left in me, if you know what I mean. But doctors have to keep us alive, man. It's part of their oath. It's part of their deal. But I think that's why most old people get so cranky all the time. You know, they always have that look of anger on their face at everything. They look at the videos they see nowadays and go, "Oh, you stupid kids." They see kids doing something and go, "Oh, you stupid kids." They're just not happy anymore. It's like maybe once in a while you can just let one of them pass away. I know their families are going to be upset, but inside they're thinking, "Oh, thank God, finally somebody that understands what I'm going through." You wake up every day, you have aches and pains. Every little headache you get, you think it's an aneurysm. Your leg falls asleep and you're thinking, "Oh my God, it's a blood clot that's going to climb up into my brain and kill me." All the time. You got to watch your cholesterol. You have to take your pills. And if you're at the stage where you're incontinent and have to wear an adult diaper, that's just, that should be the giveaway. That should be the clue. I think that's why sometimes when you see people who are of a certain age, it's celebrated like in their local newspaper or TV show or something. And it's like our local resident, John, he just turned 101 years old today, and he's going to give us his secret to living long. And then you're going to see John. He's going to be like, he's not going to smile because he is not happy at all. But he's going to give you some bullshit advice. And he's trolling you, but everybody thinks it's cute because he's an old man. He's going to go, "Hey, I don't know about anybody else, but I live this long because every day I smoke 3 packs of cigarettes and eat nothing but bacon and things fried in the bacon grease. And I like to use a lot of lard." And that's his advice for why he lived to be 101 years old. And people are going to be like, oh, that makes sense. Hey, bacon sales go up in the area. It's a good thing. He's trolling you. He doesn't care. He knows he shouldn't be alive. He knows he doesn't want to be alive anymore. And he's going to take some of you out with him. That's his goal. And you see that all the time. I mean, I don't really mind getting old. I'm in relatively good health, I think. I mean, the last time I was at a doctor for a physical exam other than just the basic stuff that I needed to get a job back in the United States. You know, they check the vitals, they do the reflex test, they check your eyes, they make you bend over, make sure you can pick up things at the factory. Okay. But other than that, the last time I was at a doctor and had like a complete physical was back in my 20s in the military. I see too much of these people who they're not feeling well. The first thing they do, oh, I should go see a doctor, and then they come back from the doctor and go, oh my God, doctor said I have cancer or something, and now I've only got 3 months to live, and then they die 3 months later. I think the saying goes, ignorance is bliss. Like, I could have any number of things wrong with me inside. I don't know because I've never had it checked. I would be horrified to be forced to take like a blood test and find out my cholesterol levels or something like that. Or people take an x-ray of my chest because I smoke and go, oh my God, look at that. How are you still alive? Because then it gets in your mind and you're like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. I give up. I guess death it is. And then they start deteriorating. Like before they went to the doctor, yeah, they were a little sick, but they were fine. They were living their lives. Then they go to the doctor, get the bad news, and sure enough, 3 months later, have to have another funeral. I think if you don't know, you can just deal with it better mentally. Because your brain's like, I don't have that knowledge. You're fine. My brain always telling me, you're fine. You're fine. It's like, I got a mole here I didn't have last night, and it's about the size of a dime now. Should I be worried? And my brain's like, nah, ride it out, man. Ride it out. Don't worry about it. And hey, so far that's worked for me, but I'm probably not going to live past 60, so do not take that as medical advice. That's what I'm saying to you. So yeah, I didn't get to leave the apartment today, but Sung Lai over there, she cooked some great chicken. Oh man, it was good. Like big pieces of chicken breast. And if you know anything about chicken breasts, yeah, it's hard sometimes to keep those things juicy and tender. It's very easy to overcook because there's very little fat in them. But man, she did a great job. And it's one thing I got to say about women over here. And this is something you should know. Women like Seng Lai over here in Cambodia. There's this myth that Asian women are very submissive. They're very, they're docile. That is not true. She will go on a rampage sometimes. She will give me shit sometimes. If I do something she deems inappropriate or wrong, she will let me know. She does not give a fuck. But on the other hand, there is that other side where I think this myth comes from. Because on the other side, they'll do anything for you if they love you. I mean, like, anything. I cannot get her sometimes to sit down and just do something else. It kind of makes me feel guilty. But I don't know what else to do. Like, she cleans the apartment. She washes our clothes by hand, hangs them out to dry. She cooks all the food. She takes care of all the finances. Like, she knows what needs to be paid, when it needs to be paid. She's very good at that kind of thing. She makes sure that I have absolutely nothing that I need at any time. She's gone out in the randomly, just because I mentioned, maybe later we can go get, I want a coffee. And right then, she'll go and leave just to get me a coffee. And I'm like, no, wait, we can go later. I can go get it. But she's like, no, I got it. But don't let that behavior, don't let that fool you into thinking that means some kind of submissiveness or anything else, because you fuck up and they are going to let you know about it. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to have a Seng Lai Appreciation Day here pretty soon. And the whole day is going to be dedicated to her, because she gets up, she starts sweeping, mopping, washing clothes, washing dishes, getting food ready. And I'm sitting on the bed because every time I try to help, I'm doing it wrong. And she's like, no, me. I'm going to do it. And then I feel bad because I feel lazy because I'm just sitting there playing on my phone, but she's doing all this work, But again, I'm saying, and I want you to understand this right now, that's not my doing. I keep telling her it doesn't matter. You don't have to wash clothes every time they're dirty. I have more clothes. Let it sit. Let the dishes sit in the sink. It doesn't matter. Let's go out to eat. You don't have to worry about cooking, but she's insistent on all these things. So I want to have a Single Eye Appreciation Day, get all my friends over here together, and just give her a day where she can just relax and do whatever the hell she wants. She can get a great massage, she can get her hair done, she can get a manicure and a pedicure, take her out to eat wherever she wants to go, all that good stuff. Because I'm a good boyfriend that way. To make up for all the other ways, I'm a terrible, horrific boyfriend who's a closed off, unemotional, unsupportive asshole. So hey, checks and balances is what I'm saying. It's always a good thing to have. All right, like I said, it hasn't been the best day between the ups and downs, between the constipation and the diarrhea battle going on inside my bowels. But of course, because I'm old, I automatically think, oh, it's probably bowel cancer anyway, so you never know if that's going to end or not. But still, I'm going to end this one here. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Check out my links down below. Support me on PayPal. It's the least you can do for an old, washed-up guy like myself. Down below is a liveshowapp.com link. You can download their app. Check it out. Great comedians on there. They are fantastic. Also, there's a link to my main channel, my monetized channel, my serious family-friendly channel, Dave Does Cambodia. Check that out as well. All right. Thank you again. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. I can see you if you're naked. Oh.